Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly tarot forecast with me, Stella Wilde. This is for the week of September 19th through the 25th. We will also be tuning into the full moon in Pisces, which is happening on September 20th. And these are general energies and general readings, so always use the energies, don't let them use you, and apply them to your specific life and situation. Timestamps are in the description of the video. As always, I always put them there if I'm breaking something down by sign, so please look in the description of the video. Also, if you take your finger and you hover over the video itself on the play area of the video, you can see the chapters for each of the signs. All right, so YouTube also gives you that option. All right, Aries, let's get into your reading. We're first going to just pull a letting go card to see what you're releasing, letting go of at this full moon energy. Some more emotional situation you may need to zero in on in the week ahead at this full moon, maybe peaking for you. All right, so we have surrender outdated beliefs about yourself, Aries. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. That's interesting. I mean, I'm not breaking it out by houses, but it's really interesting because that full moon is in your subconscious in Pisces, the 12th house, if you have Aries rising. So very interesting about things from the past, right? Like those subconscious beliefs. So surrendering those outdated beliefs about yourself, Aries. All right, let's tune into some energies for your week ahead. While my assistant contemplates life. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, very nice. And we have the Fool. All right, so very interesting. We have a very strong emotional new beginning for you. An emotional shift, an emotional release, letting go, a change, a new beginning. Very, very nice. Interesting that we have the Knight of Cups coming out first, though, which is, of course, water and Pisces energy. And it can be about some other person giving you some advice, meeting with some other person, a new friendship, some sort of some sort of movement, something happening that makes you very happy, moves you forward in your emotional life in some way. And then we have this new beginning energy. All of this is tied in with this energy, this surrendering the outdated beliefs about yourself. You do that and you're going to be on a brand new path that is more aligned with your true emotional self and energy. All right, let's see what we have. The Star. I mean, absolutely beautiful, Aries. So we have a beautiful destined path that would like to unfold for you. All right, we have you heading towards success this week by starting something new. Okay, now I know, or you're getting news of some sort of success at that full moon. It's very, very possible. It depends on your personal situation. But what I would say, because we also have this surrender outdated beliefs, it's like, again, connected. Once you do that, you're going to be on a more aligned path with your true life purpose and destiny. So there's some emotional housekeeping and house cleaning, I feel, that's going to be happening for you in the week ahead. But it's all headed toward marvelous things. And there's also very strong healing energy here with the Star as well. And doing something new is going to make you feel revitalized, emotionally revitalized. Now, the Star card for me, everybody has their own little twists on traditional meanings, okay? So, that's the beauty of tarot, of any sort of divination, creative arts, whatever. It's that each person is an artist. They put their unique spin on interpretation. So to say somebody is wrong about, how they're interpreting something is in my view, unhelpful and rather close-minded. So for me, and I always say that, when I read something, I always say it's for me. In my view and my interpretation, I look at the Star as about being aligned on a path of your destiny. And especially to me, because the Star is high in the sky. It is, to me, a North Node energy, high in the sky, like a guiding star. of a path for you to be on. So I feel with this energy is you're having a reconnection with an important path that you would like to be on. And you're going to be making moves because you got the Knight of Cups here. Making the emotional moves first and then the literal movement forward with the Fool toward taking some steps toward that destiny this week. So yeah, very beautiful energies here to use this week, Aries. All right, Taurus, we're going to start first with the Power of Surrender cards and see what the full moon's illuminating for you to let go of. All right, so let's see, or surrender to. As full moons often do, bring out that energy. This one's like falling out. Let's see what this is. Surrender to your full power. Wow, Taurus. Okay, your life is calling for you to step in to your full power rather than playing it small. Okay, so let's clarify that. Let's see what's going on for you in the week ahead. Wow, beautiful energies here, Taurus. Okay, no more playing small, right, Aries? She's like, yeah. Look, she's helping with your reading, Taurus. Oh, look, she's got her little paw on the deck. Oh, all right, Aries, you tap and choose. Tap and choose. All right. Let's see what we have. We have the Capricorn energy. And we have your energy, the King of Pentacles. So this is very interesting. We're going to pull one more energy to clarify this. But of course, the Devil in the regular, Rider-Waite tarot has the persons chained to the past, chained to things they feel like they cannot shift or change. So there is energy here, stepping into your full power. This week ahead is about breaking through the bonds of the past, something that has kept you stuck, and realizing that if you shift your energy, you can get this thing released and unstuck from your life. And this could be with a Capricorn person. This could also be some sort of bad habit, dysfunctional relationship, dysfunctional behavior, dysfunctional attitude, whatever you want this devil to represent in your life. But it's something that has more than likely plagued you for a while. But you've got the power. Surrender to your power to change it because you can. Look, you're showing up here as the King of Pentacles. Oh, the power. You've got the power, Taurus. And here's the Justice. If you want to bring balance and justice to your life with whatever this situation is, all right, look at this, then it is up to you. And the way that you're going to do it this week in particular is by not backing down. You know how to be stubborn, okay? Be determined, which is one of the things we love about you. But have they seen the full power of your Taurian smarts and your Taurian determination and your Taurian passion for justice? Okay, because you will not back down. You will not be moved. So bring it this week. Bring it to a situation where you are in the right. That's the other thing here with this Justice. You are in the right with this. So you may be, some of you, depending on what's going on in your life, you may be fighting a battle with, again, could be a corporation with Capricorn here, could be the government, could be authority figure, whatever. But with this energy, you're fighting the good fight. And in a sense, I feel like because this came out, they haven't seen your full power yet. And you have it in spades. Like you are like an unbelievable force of nature when you get behind something. So that's what I'm feeling from this energy, Taurus. Like you got this to bring justice to your life this week. Don't be afraid. All right. Don't be afraid. I mean, you're not afraid. You're a Taurus. But don't be afraid to really dig in and tap into that strong energy you have to rule your world and get this situation rebalanced and get this situation out of your life if that's what it takes and if that's what it requires. All right, Gemini, let's check in with your Power of Surrender card and see what you need to let go of. Surrender at this full moon emotionally, like what's going on with you. Gemini, surrender your attachment to results. Okay, the formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Yes. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Yes, okay. So what will be. You're doing the work. If you're doing the work to make something happen, you just got to kind of let go and trust, right? That all will be revealed in divine timing. All will manifest in divine timing. And that's often one of the challenges, right, about the manifestation is that trust factor. So... but if you're doing all that you can do, that's the key, and you are keeping the faith and not grasping for certain results, you will be successful. All right, so we have the Four of Swords. Very interesting. And we have the Queen of Swords, so we have your energy. So Four of Swords is about something that can be kind of hidden away, but it's also about a rest period. So what this is saying, and it's interesting because you're showing up here as the Queen of Swords, is give your mind a rest on this particular thing that you're trying to manifest. Because again, surrender your attachment to the results, how they're going to happen, when they're going to happen, what they're going to look like. Take a mental break this week for, just focus on something else. It's amazing how when we do that, and take our, graspy energy, focus off of something we've been working on, it manifests like more rapidly. I've seen it happen so many times. So, focus on something else. Focus on something else you are trying to, manifest for yourself. All right, let's pull another card from the top. See what else we have going on for you. Ace of Wands, baby. Look at this. So this is what I feel from this energy, Gemini, is that you are very close to a beautiful success, and you may hear news about it. Actually, maybe this is Aries, so Monday's the full moon. So maybe by that full moon, the moon in Aries on Wednesday, all right, because of this Ace of Wands, provided you, from the time you watch this, whenever you're watching it, give yourself, the time out from obsessively thinking about it. And I think that shift in the energy is likely to bring in a very nice, rapid manifestation, the yes from the universe that you would like. It may take the whole week, right? The ace can also represent the whole week ahead. But this is great energy. So you got this. It's about to manifest for you. Trust in yourself as well. Trust in the fact that you have been making things happen. You have been doing the work, and give yourself a break. Four of Swords from, frantically pushing and trying to make something happen. And you'll find that result will manifest a lot quicker from you. The ace, or for you. The Ace of Wands is great. It really is the cosmic yes from the universe, and you will be getting the go ahead. That's the other thing. You will know, okay, that's the direction I'm supposed to go in. That's where I need to put my efforts next, etc. So, but this is the key, is surrender the attachment to the result. All right? All right, Cancer, let's pull a Power of Surrender card for you. What you can let go of and release and surrender to at this full moon. Cancer, what do we need to know for you? Surrender to play. Surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Okay, all right. So you got a directive there, Cancer. Time for a time out with this full moon. And play and have fun. And, you're trying to achieve something, but it's not the time to push with it. It's time to relax. We got the Ace of Cups. And what's on the bottom? The Moon. Oh, so, wow. Here's your energy, the Ace of Cups. So it really is about taking an emotional break from some sort of situation. The moon can be, kind of mixed emotions. It is the full moon, of course, that we're asking about. That's also coming up. This is your energy. But, whatever you're trying to work on is going to be there tomorrow. All right. And you are likely working on something very important to your life right now because your energy is coming up here. And some important, goal that is near and dear to your heart because of the aces here. And I look at the aces as like the self, right? Because it's the one, it's like, okay, that's how I interpret things. So there is something near and dear to your heart you were trying to manifest. But we know that manifestation often is supported by play and joy and light and love, light energy. So again, if there's been something going on for you where some energy's been a little heavy for you, because the moon, as I said, can be some like kind of emotional turmoil, it's important for you to lighten up your heart. This Ace of Cups, which is the card is saying, the play. All right, let's pull another card from the top of this deck and see what we have. And we have a Two of Pentacles. Okay. So it's time to get the balance back into your life. You could have been working very hard, as I was saying, on some sort of personal goal because, take a break from overthinking a goal. And it's time to bring the balance back into your life, especially if you have been pushing very hard to make something happen. Also, if there's an important, relationship in your life that may have been put on the back burner, whether it's with a friend, children, your partner, whomever, it may be time to allow yourself to reconnect with that person. Again, bringing the balance back to your life, that it's not just all about work and money, but that we also allow enough time, here's a full moon here also, to support those relationships that are important to us, the Ace of Cups. So that could be reaching out to somebody, reconnecting with them and say, hey, yeah, I miss your face. Like, let's hang out this weekend and do something fun. Not sit around and discuss business ideas, but do something, fun for both of you. Maybe a creative project or a picnic under the moonlight or whatever. Just a walk by the seaside. Something that lightens up the energy and brings that balance back to your life. All right. So whatever you do over the next week, but especially the weekend and approaching the full moon, because the full moon's on a Monday. So, maybe Saturday or Sunday, try to get in some play for yourself. This can even be some sort of creative activity you do on your own, like, some like coloring books, artwork, writing poetry, just enjoying music, playing music, whatever it is. All right, but you've got to bring that balance back to your life this week ahead, Cancer. You need that. Your heart needs that. All right, Leo, let's see what's going on for you in the week ahead. We're going to start with one of these oracle cards and see what you can let go of, what you can release, the surrender to. Let's see what we have for you. Leos. We have surrender unhealthy relationships. Oh, Leo, what's going on there? Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Yes, okay. Whew, sorry, cat hair. Okay, so let's see what we have going on for you, Leo. All right, Leos. We have a Two of Wands and we have the Tower. Oh, isn't that exciting? Okay. So whatever you have been waiting on to hear about, whatever you have been waiting to make a move on, you're going to get that information at this full moon. Here's the full moon. All right. And I'm filming this the 17th. If we count 2 more days, we are basically at the full moon. Okay, so, which is the 20th. But, the energy also can start really peaking and getting intense even the day before the full moon, as we know. So we have surprising intel, surprising information that comes in, an epiphany, lightning bolt, like, oh my gosh, like, what the heck? This is Uranus energy. This is something that can dislodge you from this place of just standing there contemplating. So something I'm going to be honest with you. You know me, I'm, maybe too honest for my own good, but I think something's going to rattle your cage this week. Just saying. All right. Now, it could be connected with this, but this could be also just a separate message, for another Leo, if you felt like this didn't apply to you. But this could also be tied into, getting some sort of intel and realization about a relationship that you thought was safe, that you thought also was keeping you safe in some way. But it turns out maybe not the case. All right, so let's pull another energy from the top of this deck and see what we have. The Five of Swords. Okay. So there is a little stress and anxiety here. This Five of Swords I call my daytime anxiety energy. And in this particular deck, I'm so sorry, cat hair. You see the girls crying in the corner, and this lady is like, ha ha, she looks a little mean. Looks a little ornery here. Like she was like mean to this girl crying. So I just have to say, I think there could be kind of a truth that may sting a little this week ahead. And it's gonna probably force you to make some sort of decision. Now, remember, Mercury goes retrograde the 27th. Depending on what this is for you this week, you could make a decision this week. That's still before Mercury goes fully retrograde. I know we're in Mercury retrograde shadow. If you tune into Mercury retrograde shadow energy, if you work with that, I don't really pay that much attention to shadow periods. I really look at the exact retrogrades. So if you make a decision this week, it may stick as long as you make it before the retrograde. All right, on the 27th. And this, of course, energy is for this upcoming week. So there may be something you, again, could face an unpleasant truth about a relationship where somebody could be very cutting and cruel to you, unexpectedly out of the blue. And, it may cause a little stress with this energy over here. Okay. So always about protect yourself. Knowledge is power. Again, these are general readings, may not happen for everybody, but you could realize the extent of exactly how unhealthy a certain relationship is. And you could realize that in a very surprising way. And we know full moons, right? There's a lot of tense energy. So protect yourself. All right, Virgos, let's get into your energy. But before I do, please join me on Sunday, September 19th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time here live on YouTube for your birthday year ahead. I did not forget you, Virgos. I just didn't feel it was appropriate to do your reading on the 11th or the 12th. I just needed to take a little break also because, those dates are, one date in particular really tears at my heart. So I just wanted to, schedule it at a time that was a little more appropriate. All right. So didn't forget about you, my dears. I love my Virgos. So I hope to see you there for the birthday live. It's going to be at 2 p.m. on Saturday. On Sunday. I get my dates straight. Sunday, the 19th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Virgos. All right. Let's pull a card to see about energies you're releasing, surrendering to, letting go of at this full moon in Pisces. Virgo, what do we have? Oh, surrender your need to always be right. You're right a lot of the time, Virgo. Because of your attention to details, you often can whip out those facts and figures that show everybody exactly how right you are most of the time, right? But this is saying if you have this going on, you always are right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. Okay, so there could be one particular relationship or situation where this dynamic is going on. So it may be that's something to look at this full moon, and let somebody else be right. Okay, so let's see what we have going on for you in the week ahead. Because what I'm feeling from that energy is somebody in your world needs to really be heard. There's something that they just need you to listen without, telling them this, that, or the other thing. Even though, like I said, you absolutely have facts and figures at your fingertips, but they don't need that. They just need you to listen. That's what I feel is going on here. But let's pull some energies. All right, let's see. Virgo. Here's your energy, the Hermit. All right, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so there is likely to be some sort of, I call this nighttime anxiety energy going on, a worrisome situation. But it's interesting because here's the 9. So we're getting to the end of whatever this is. So if there has been a situation in your life where it's the same argument that goes around in circles, this energy, your need, surrendering the need to always be right, could really change the dynamic of that situation. Here's the thing also about the 9 of Swords. It can sometimes be, can be interpreted as cruelty, especially deliberate cruelty. So it could be that somebody feels like you're being mean just because, again, you're being your natural self of giving facts, figures, info, you're trying to help. You're trying to help, but giving the info. You're ruled by Mercury. You give info, right? So you think you're being helpful. You have good intentions. Your Hermit self is showing up here. You have good intentions, but the other person is interpreting this perhaps in some way that it's mean. So again, if you're going through this situation, switch the dynamic up. Just listen. Resist the urge, because it's swords here, to give words and lots of facts and figures. All right? Yeah. Okay. So they are feeling not listened to. The 7 of Wands. And there is some defensive energy here. She's got this ring of fire around her. So it is up to you in this situation to be the person that is the bigger one, because you're showing up as the Hermit. So it's up to you to see this situation, this dynamic with this individual from the higher perspective, from the spiritual perspective, and understand that whatever is going on here is, I feel, just a communications issue, and all it takes is a slight shift in perspective. That's all with the Hermit. Okay, so this person may have been wounded in the past with this particular situation where they've tried to speak up for themselves, and instead of somebody listening and just listening, not offering solutions, they don't feel heard. Okay, so you understand, I hope, what I'm saying here, Virgo. Okay, that's what I'm feeling from this energy. You can lower their defenses. You can reconnect with this person. You can solve this communications issue simply by zipping thy lip like a hermit, being quiet, and just allowing them, when they are ready, not pushing, but when they are ready, to step outside this circle, this defensive circle, and just saying, okay, I'm just going to sit here and hear what you have to say. And then again, not offering too much, just the emotional acknowledgement and support. That can go a long way toward healing this situation. All right, Libras, let's see what we have going on for you. Energies you can release, let go of, surrender, or surrender to at this full moon. Libras, what do we have? Surrender resentments. Okay. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. Okay. Keep moving forward. Of course, forgiveness is a very personal matter. I will say that about that card. Okay, as it says here, try to forgive others. Okay, some things, in my opinion, but this is my Scorpio moon talking, some things, in my opinion, cannot be forgiven. All right, 7, that's my personal opinion. All right, 7 of Pentacles here and the Sun. Okay, so you are having, it seems this week, a reevaluation of your life, especially perhaps about your job, about your financial situation, about what you have accomplished thus far in your material life, because it's the Pentacles showing up. Now, it can be that, yes, with this energy here, what this is saying is in this reevaluation, you're going to maybe go through a period of acceptance of, yes, things played out the way they played out. Do I still need to be grumpy or resentful about it? Maybe not. Maybe that's not in my highest good. Maybe I do need to just allow myself to heal my heart, right? The Sun card here, the heart energy, by being more optimistic, by focusing more on my future than my past. You know, what's done is done. The tree has grown as far as it can grow at this juncture. And if I didn't get what I wanted from that situation, then okay, so be it. Time to regroup, reevaluate, and go toward the sun. Go towards something that is going to grow, is going to blossom into something joyous and prosperous for me. All right, so let's see what else we have. Let's pull from the top here. Now we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so we have energy here where you are going to move forward on some sort of new path. You are moving forward pretty quickly and not looking back. I mean, this can also be in relation to a personal relationship as well. Whatever this tree is for you. Doesn't have to, especially could be with a Leo, as I was saying. It doesn't have to be just, you know, a money or job situation. It could be whatever you had in your life that you were tending with care, whatever you were trying to grow. And as this is saying, it's like, you know, maybe because of the shortcomings in this message. And this is a sense of this is what it's produced thus far. So if it's not what you want, if it's not going in the direction you want, I feel what this energy is saying, it's like cut your losses and move toward the positive of what will grow with your kind attention and care and passion. Because this is the other thing too. The Knight of Wands is about our inspired passion, especially too with the Sun card next to it. So I'm feeling this 7 of Pentacles is the stagnant energy, and you want to feel more free, more creative, more alive, and more excited about what you're doing. So, like I said, this has grown as far as it can. And you got to keep moving forward to positive situations in your life. And that's what this energy is. So you're going to be doing that. But, you know, what I would also say by this energy, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Do take the time, maybe over the next, you know, 5, 6, 7 days to do that reassessment and reevaluation before you just say, the heck with it. And then, you know, just get rid of something that, you know, maybe didn't need to get rid of. It's up to you. That's what the 7 of Pentacles is about. It's about that careful reevaluation. So follow your heart to the next inspired destination. All right, Scorpio, let's see what we have going on for you. Energies that you can let go of, you can release, you can surrender to at this full moon. What is our message for Scorpios? We have surrender to miracles. Ooh, I love that for you, Scorpio. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. Yes, they can. Okay, wow. All right, Scorps, let's see what we have going on for you. Let's pull for your week ahead. Wow. Scorpio, what do we got? We got the 4 of Swords. And we have the 2 of Swords. Okay. I'm gonna keep these out. Let's pull one more from the top. of this deck. Let's see what we have. And we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. So there is something that's coming to light, that's coming out of the woodwork with this full moon. All right. And even look at this card, has the full moon in it. And not all these cards do. This is very interesting. Something that has been hidden away, that you have information, because it's all swords that are coming up here. Isn't that interesting also? So something that has been hidden away, out of view, out of sight, could be a person, could be information, could be even you. I don't know. All right. Something that's been out of sight, hidden away from you, I think is going to present itself. Something is coming out of the woodwork, or someone. And you're going to have to open your eyes, open your heart, and make a decision. And that decision is the miracle. Okay? I know that's really deep, right? That decision is the miracle. So, and I will also say that because of all these swords, this decision I think this particular decision is going to require deep thinking and clear communication with somebody else about it. All right. So, and you may have to have a little bit of dispassion in explaining your decision to someone. What I am feeling from this energy is that you are breaking free from something because of the energy that's in this card, and even the colors of it are matching everything that we just pulled. It's so interesting. With the dark grays here and then the dark grays of the dolphins. So you are going to be set free from something. You're going to have the information. It's going to come to light at that full moon. So, and you're not going to be able to deny it any longer. And I think it's going to surprise you also at how freeing this situation is going to feel if you just take it on board. So that's what I'm feeling. It's a miracle. The miracle is of freedom, setting yourself free. Dolphins also symbolize play as well. I think that's coming for you a little bit later. First, you got to kind of set yourself free from whatever this is. And this could also just be something mentally, a mental attitude or situation that's been holding you back in some way. That's possible as well. But there's something that's coming to light of what you need in your life and who you need in your life. And you're going to be making a very, very important decision, I feel. And like I said, the decision itself is the miracle. It's going to lead to the next big evolution of your life and this more joyful, creative, exciting existence for you. Also, what I'm feeling, if you've been kind of stuck, Four of Swords, in mentally, especially in some sort of relationship that has been a burden to you, that has not made you feel free and easy and happy, you may be making a big decision about that so that you are freed to find somebody who is more your equal, who has a similar attitude as you, who can swim next to you and support you. Okay, so that's another thing to keep in mind. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you at this full moon. We're going to start with this Oracle deck, energies that you can release, surrender to, let go of. Sagittarius, and then we'll tune in with the tarot. Surrender the habit of people pleasing, Saggies. All right, let's see what we have here. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everybody else happy. Yes, be more like Ariel. She just makes herself happy. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we have for you. If you're new to the channel, this is Ariel. All right, let's see what we have for you. Week ahead energies. What's going on? Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Oh, we have the King of Wands and we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. That's interesting. So there may be other people around you, particularly in a work context, since that usually can represent work colleagues, who's a little pushy, King of Wands. Or you have an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your life who is very determined, very pushy, very insistent on getting his or her own way, as King of Wands can often be. Now that, of course, is also your energy. So, we can read this a couple different ways. What I am feeling from this Three of Pentacles is about having a plan. That's the Three of Pentacles for me. Having a organized plan, focus for yourself of how you're going to deal with somebody else who may be trying to get you to do what they want. How can you have a plan to stand up for yourself and your own authority a little bit more, a little bit stronger? Let's pull one more energy. And this may especially be in a work situation, but doesn't have to be for everybody. Okay, so it might be romantic. We have the Knight of Cups here. There could be an important romantic meeting or situation in the week ahead, in which you may need indeed to think through the various scenarios ahead of time to get your plan organized of how you're going to deal with this particular person, who may in fact be very charming, the Knight of Cups, very romantic, very, sweet, but yet they also have this energy going on as well. But the thing is, so do you. Okay? So do you. Don't forget your own energy, your own firepower, so to speak. All right? And I'm saying that because of this. All right? So there is some energy here of having a plan to assert your own desires and making sure you are thinking about yourself first this week. Especially, like I said, with some sort of important meeting. Could be a business meeting with this energy here. And this is going to be, this is interesting too, because the Knight of Cups is showing up here. That may indeed, you're more, because you're going to be ready beforehand, before this meeting, your readiness may in fact surprise somebody. Take them a little aback, like, oh my gosh, like, where did that come from? Okay, but especially if you've been kind of doing this a little bit with that particular situation. So I really feel, what I feel here is that work the plan this week to draw boundaries, assert yourself. You can still be nice about it. You can also be the Knight of Cups. You can be nice about it and charming about it, but that's where the planning comes in. Because as we know, and I love you guys to pieces, all right? I love Saggies. You guys are super blunt. You're super honest. I love that. I love honesty. It's just sometimes the bluntness that can be a little disarming, a little disconcerting for people. So what this can be here is like work the plan ahead of time of how you can perhaps be a little more charming with delivering your message in this meeting, while still asserting your own needs and what you want for yourself, but also making sure that you're not falling into the trap of the people pleasing. All right. Because sometimes that's the thing with Saggies. It's like, in my experience of Sagittarians, all right, and what I have observed in my own life and with other situations, it's like, you guys are sweethearts and you can fall into this. And then when you have the reaction to not be the people pleaser, then you go like the 180, the whole other direction, and you're like super blunt, like, which maybe you need to go through a phase like that. But what I'm feeling is you're going to find kind of the middle way for yourself of how to be assertive, but also be, charming when you're doing it and not fall into this and into like, the grumpiness of either people pleasing or the bluntness of being a total bad, with your boundaries. There's a word there, asterisk, okay, with your boundaries. So you get what I'm saying, Sagittarius. I think this is going to be a good week. I think You're going to surprise yourself at how you handle a situation, and you don't fall back into bad habits of people pleasing if that's been something you've been dealing with in your life. All right, Capricorns, let's see what's going on for you. These are energies that you can surrender, let go of at this full moon. Let's start with this oracle deck and see what's going on with that, and then we'll pull some tarot for you. Surrender to effortlessness. Wow. Okay. Stop pushing so hard, Capricorn. That's tough for Capricorn. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. All right, so time to go with the flow, Capricorn. All right, let's pull some tarot. See what we have going on for you with that energy. Stop pushing so hard. 6 of Wands, your victory is coming. And the Star. Look at this. All right, this is what I feel like. This is the thing. Like, there is energy here about trusting the process. Also trusting yourself and your abilities with the 6 of Wands to manifest, to create, to be the victor, to be the one that people look to for leadership. So this is gorgeous energy. The Star for me, and you know, everybody has their own interpretation of energies. It doesn't make, if my interpretation is a little different, that is the art of interpretation. It doesn't mean that my interpretation is somehow wrong. Okay. You know, so I think it's, and that's why, you know, when you watch different readers, they bring different interpretations, different slants on particular energies. It doesn't mean anybody is wrong. All right, so I hope people like look to these energies with an open mind, you know, people's interpretations, instead of just thinking, oh, it can only be this because that's what the powers that be said it could only be. So the Star for me, and I always emphasize that, for me is a lot about our divine calling, is a lot about, in astrology, North Node energy, the direction you are heading in this lifetime, a soul mission you are to fulfill. And often that soul mission, in order to fulfill it, requires some sort of healing. And that for me is how it also ties in with the Star, about this energy, you know, in the sky, like this map of destiny type energy. So I feel this week, it's like understanding how great you are, seeing in the tangible world how great you are, and trusting in your own greatness, that it is that which makes things effortlessly unfold. When we know our own greatness, when we're confident in ourselves, as I'm sure many Capricorns are, I'm not saying you're not confident, but what I'm saying is trust and believe in that in yourself a little bit more. And know that you don't have to earn, you don't have to keep pushing, you don't have to, constantly strive for this validation from the universe. You've got this already. And what is destined and what is meant to be will be. You just got to show up and do your thing. That's this energy. And that's what this is too. When you feel good, when you feel aligned, when you feel that you are just in that flow zone, you're in your 6 of Wands. All right. So that's the thing to focus on in the week ahead. And that's what brings the Star rising in the sky. And here's the High Priestess. Wow. So what this energy is saying to me is really tune in with yourself this week. And listen to your intuition, and where are you not aligned with this energy of flow, Capricorn? Okay, if it's not feeling right in your body, if it does feel like pushing, if you are doing stuff and you're meeting resistance on the other side, if your heart sinks when you know you have to go and do something, that's telling you a lot. So I think you're going to have a kind of a regrouping moment in the week ahead. There could be some very good news also coming for you at this full moon. So, but really listen to this message. I think it's important. Go with the flow and don't force the river. Your intuition is really trying to show you the exact next destination for this soul growth and this soul path. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you. We're going to tune in first with this oracle deck and see energies you can let go of at this full moon. Energies you can release, you can surrender to. Aquarius, surrender, denial, Aquarius. Okay, let's see what we need to know. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. Okay. And full moons are often a lot about seeing clearly, okay, because they give that illumination. They bring info to light. All right. Surrendering the denial, Aquarius. Making some important decision. All right. Let's see what we have, Aquarius. Capricorn energy. And the Virgo energy. Wow. Okay. This is deep. This is some sort of spiritual situation. Wow. This is part of your spiritual growth, this decision. So I feel that it is likely you are trying to, see a situation that involves some sort of, see it clearly, that involves some sort of dysfunction. All right, this could be a dysfunctional person, dysfunctional place, dysfunctional government, job, hierarchy, red tape, bad habit, addiction, whatever this devil is, something that's kept you held back, chained down, has limited your freedom also maybe in some way. It's dysfunction. So the Hermit is saying, okay, I have to look at how this has perhaps impeded my progress. Also, from a spiritual perspective, how have I been spiritually limiting myself and my personal growth because of this situation, and also my denial of it, right? I haven't wanted to look at it. So that the Hermit can be a lot about facing unpleasant truths, right? Like it's like you need time alone to actually be with yourself and look at situations in your life that you're wanting to shift. So this is big energy here. Let's pull another card for further clarification. Okay. But the key here is without denying the difficulties, seeing things clearly. And we have an Ace of Swords. All right. So you are going to see things clearly. You're going to get a lot of mental clarity about this situation at this full moon. And it is likely that you take some sort of action to let this situation go. All right, because the Ace of Swords often cuts things out of our lives because we make the decision to do that. So you could be cutting out a very bad habit that's plagued you for a long time. You've maybe been denying, I don't eat that much sugar. I don't drink that much coffee. You're learning all my vices. I don't, do X, Y, Z. All right, so, there's energy here where you're going to do what needs to be done. That's the other thing, the Hermit. It may be a little hard. It may hurt a little. But ultimately, it's, the type of thing where, what's that expression I wanted to, cruel to be kind. You may have to face a little bit of cruelty in the sense it's hard. You may have to be a little cruel to a person or a situation. And by that, I just mean not play that game anymore. That dysfunctional situation you got entangled in. And so they're going to, of course, interpret it as cruelty on your part, when really you're trying to just save yourself and be kind to yourself. So you're going to make that decision. No more blinders on. You see she's got that Two of Swords blinder on here. She's like, no, that sword is going to cut off that blindfold from your eyes. And you're going to see also with your spirit. That's the other thing with the Hermit. You're going to see with your spirit what needs to be done. And you're going to turn your back on that and cut it out of your life. Let it go. And in so doing, that brings victory, right? Ace of Swords. Raise your sword high in victory. You got this, Aquarius. And Pisces, the full moon is in your sign. Okay. So Pisces, let's see what's going on for you. We're going to pull one of these oracle cards to see what you can release, what you can let go of, what you can surrender to at your personal full moon. I hope you guys are doing well. It's always a little intense when we have our personal full moon. Oh, this one, look how that's leaping toward me. Let's see what it is. Surrender comparisons with other people. Okay, let's see what we need to know about that. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Isn't that interesting? Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Yes. No need to compare yourself to other people. So what do you want? What's important to you? What's coming to light for you at this full moon about your own strengths, attractiveness, and power? All right, let's see. Let's tune in, Pisces, with the tarot and see what is going on for you. All right, Pisces. The Star. Beautiful. You are a star. And the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Pisces, this is beautiful energy. So, you know, if you've been around the channel for a while, you know I read Pentacles as self-esteem, not just as finances. So what I feel here is that there is some sort of situation around your full moon or this coming up this week where the universe is going to be showing you exactly how much you are loved and valued. This could be coming from another person. It could be coming from a family member. It could be coming from a tangible expression of moolah. It could be coming from some sort of beautiful new opportunity that comes in to let your star shine in some way. This is very, very nice energy. So the Pentacles for me, you know, as I said, self-esteem. So the 10 showing up is like the pinnacle here of the minor arcana. I mean, of the 1 through 10s, right? It's the 10. So this to me also suggests that if you are going for an opportunity this week, if you have an important meeting, a job interview, where you have to really sell yourself, be confident, know your worth, know your value. All right, with this 10 of Pentacles, like you got this. All right, let's don't think especially if you're going on a job interview this week, don't be thinking about everybody else who's also interviewed for that job. Who cares, right? Sell yourself, sell them on your value and what you can bring to that particular organization. Okay, so there could also be an important healing with your finances this week. Let's see what else we have. We have a 7 of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so as we know, the 7 of Swords can be deception, whether it's deception coming from other people, and it can sometimes be our own self-deception. Just depends on the context, the question, what you're dealing with in the whole reading. So what I feel here, though, with this is self-sabotaging thinking, and also can be the tendency of not fully representing yourself accurately. So again, this goes back to this. This message is very important. So if you feel you have to fudge, all right, with some situation, you have to, Fibonacci, as I like to call it. You have to fib about something, whether it's about a job qualifications or romantic qualifications or some other type of qualifications, something where other people, you're comparing yourself to other people and you feel you have to embellish. That's the 7 of Swords for me. That's the energy that's going to trip you up. All right. So stay in your power, Pisces. You are already gorgeous, beautiful, wonderful. You have the star here. You have the 10 of Pentacles. So you have solid skills, solid magic, solid creativity, light, love, energy to bring to any situation. You don't need to get over here and in this dynamic. And notice how the energy in this card, the colors, the vibe, the energy is, I don't like it. Do you? Oh. I like this over here. This is light and bright and exciting. So this is an important spiritual message for you. all right, especially at this full moon of yours. You may have been going through some sort of things in the last little bit, maybe for even the last 6 months that are involving this issue. And that's now kind of coming to a head at your personal full moon, where you're seeing, it's safe for me to step in my power. It's safe for me to be wealthy. It's safe for me to be on a healing new path that aligns with my financial goals, etc., and so on. I don't have to worry about what other people are doing. It doesn't concern me. All that concerns me is what I am capable of and what I am doing. So that's a big spiritual area of lessons and growth for you in the week ahead, especially highlighted with this full moon in your sign, Pisces. So you got this. Go for it and stop worrying about what other people are doing. So I hope you guys have a great week ahead. Thank you so much for joining me here and watching your week ahead tarot forecast energies for the full moon in Pisces. So have a great week. Take care. I love all of you very, very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful 7 days ahead. I'll be back with the monthly money, career, and business tarot readings very, very soon. So be on the lookout for those. And also, of course, your tea and tarot. All right, that's it for me, Stella Wilde and Miss Ariel signing out.